But yeah, this is pretty crazy. Today episode is TikToker unalived by her roommate. I'm trying to bleep out certain words because I know y'all be days before her graduation, which I finna see why she did it. It's even crazier. But let's go into it right now and see what went on, man. This shit beautiful. Chocolate.
Let's see what happened. And I really wish I had this during nursing school because it definitely would have helped. Is nursing school actually hard to get into? This is a question I get in my DMs all the time. Is it hard to get into nursing school? And the answer is, I don't know. Basically, every cycle is different. Every cycle of students that apply is different. So let's say you apply with a bunch of people that have super high GPAs or super high HESI scores, T scores, all this extra stuff that they got in their resume. Then yeah, it's going to be competitive and it's going to be hard. If you get lucky and you like apply with a bunch of people that, you know, have normal like medium GPAs and T scores and all this stuff, then obviously your chances are higher and therefore it's easier to get into nursing school.
Hey, look at me. Did you follow me on Instagram yet?
Nope.
If you did not, then you need to follow me on Instagram. Come on over to Instagram. Why haven't you followed me on Instagram yet? It's on the screen right now. It's pinned below in the comments and it's in the description. So it's no way you can miss it. Come on over, man.
This is the story of Elizabeth Odunsi, aged 23, a beautiful young lady who relocated from the United Kingdom to the United States with the goal of studying to become a nurse. She was to death by her roommate in her flat just days before she was due to graduate over a cat dispute.
Begin tonight with new details in the tragic death of a Houston nursing student. Police say the 23-year-old British woman was killed by her roommate last weekend.
Why did he look 40 years old? Her roommate was a grown man. I know y'all seen that, bro. I know y'all seen that picture. They go talk about it.
I can face tomorrow because he lives. All fear is gone.
Tammy was ready to graduate. She had everything set for herself. She had her vacation booked, ready to live life again after studying hard to become a nurse, but unfortunately, her jealous roommate had other plans for her.
Monday, Lala. Tuesday, Lala. Wednesday, Lala. Thursday, Lala. Friday, Lala. Saturday, Lala. If I don't die, I'm in.
It's impossible to believe that this popular TikToker who appeared sweet and loving to everyone around her both online and in person was killed over a cat dispute. Well, let's find out what really happened. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Brit living in America.
40-year-old man.
And today I'm gonna do like a get ready with me /
this lady over a cat? Nah, this can't be true. This can't be true.
I got a few new followers and I always get the same questions in my DMs, so I just want to put all the answers in one video. So yeah. Okay, so I live in America, which is true, very true. But I was born in America, okay? So I was born in America, but I was raised in London by pretty much most of my life since I was 17, and I'm 21 right now. So you guys are probably wondering why I was born in America. Well, my parents are Nigerian. It's very important that I mention that because you guys know what Nigerian are best at. The government can't play with us, we play with the government, you know what I mean? So my mom literally gave birth to me. And then once I got my passport, which I think took like 14 days or something like that, she took me straight back. So I didn't live in America for long. I was just born here, went back to England, and I have British citizenship because my parents are British citizens as well. So that's that. So I've actually always wanted to be a nurse, but once I found out how much like nurses make in the UK, I was like, something.
I heard they don't make that much in Europe.
So yeah, then my dad told me how much nurses make in America, and when I found out that they basically make more money than doctors do in the UK, I was like, yeah, safe.
Wow.
So yeah, that's really how I ended up in America, and I've been here since 2019. I didn't do A-levels. I left when I was in year 12, and they really don't really recognize A-levels here anyways. I just showed them my GCSE certificate and I was good.
This story takes us to Houston, Texas. Houston is a major hub for nursing jobs in Texas, with a high concentration of registered nurses and various opportunities in different specialties. The average salary for a registered nurse in Houston is $53.46 per hour, which is higher than the Texas state average. This could be the reason why 23-year-old Elizabeth Odunsi decided to relocate from the United Kingdom to the United States.
Right.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Brit living in America. And I just got into nursing school in America, obviously. And I wanted to give you guys 3 tips I wish I knew before I came to study in America. This is going to be more nursing based rather than like a general thing. So obviously you guys know uni here, college, whatever you want to call it, is 4 years. So you don't start nursing as a freshman / first year student. You don't start then.
Right.
You start on your 3rd year. And the process is so tedious, guys, like so tedious.
Tammy made the choice of going to the United States to become a nurse, and that would be a decision her family wished she never did. At just 17, Tammy moved alone from London to Houston, bravely adapting to a new country, a new culture, and a new academic system.
So obviously this is a very personal question, but for me, I would definitely say America. Now I'm going to be more specific. I come from London and I'm in Houston right now. And I really love Houston, like everything about it. But the main reason why I say America is because of my career choice. I'm going into nursing. Nurses are underpaid anywhere you go in the world, but they make a lot more money here than in the UK.
Right.
Also, I feel like the cost of living is a lot cheaper here than London. Like, I was just looking at houses. I always look at houses because I'm just always doing that. But I was looking at houses, and 500k, like a house worth 500k here versus London is ridiculous, the difference. Like, you guys should go Google that.
It's true.
So, like, to fuel my car is like $50 max. And I drive a 2-point-something liter car. I don't know if that matters, but yeah. Also, the vibes are just so much better here. I don't know how to explain it, they just are. But honestly, that's just like some of the reasons. I have so much more reasons, but yeah. Okay, so I feel like I get this question like every 6 months, so I'm just gonna answer it in a video. So yeah, they definitely do care. I have like a million stories about my interaction with Americans. They are generally nice, like very, very nice to me. Like I've never had like a bad interaction with an American about being British. They definitely love the accent, like they.
Oh, for real.
Like.
Yeah.
I had to get over my social anxiety because there's no way around it. Like people always want to talk to me. They always want to know something about England. It's always something.
She was shocked about the culture in the United States and was never shy of telling her transition story.
Hey guys, so I'm back with a part 2 on things that would, actually let me put it like this. Things that are common in America that are not common in the UK that I wish were common in the UK. There we go, before people come from my neck again. So I guess a lot of you guys really liked a lot of the Americans really liked my last video that I did about this, because honestly, people are always hating on America, but you guys actually have like some stuff that makes sense. So I'm gonna do part 2. Okay, so first I got express lanes. Now I don't actually know if we have this in the UK, but it's just like a lane on a highway or a motorway that basically like you can pass traffic. So it's like a separate lane. You obviously have to pay for it. It's not really that much, like, but you have to pay for it, and it makes you like pass traffic. There's also HOV lanes, you know, lanes where like if you're carrying more than 2 people in your car, you can go on it. Now I don't really know how they know if you have more than 2 people in your car. I don't know how that works, but if you have more than 2 people in your car, you can get on these lanes. Obviously they also cost money, but I think these lanes, like these express lanes and the HOV lanes, they make sense, you know, just so that you can pass traffic. Okay, this one's kind of self-explanatory. I think it just makes sense to have a bus designated for your school that takes you home and takes you to school. I don't know if these buses cost money. I actually don't know in America, but I think it just makes sense. The concept is completely valid. Like, I know like my school personally, it wasn't like hard getting onto like the public bus because my bus came very frequently, but some places like the bus comes like every like 20 minutes, every 30 minutes. Sometimes they're really packed and makes you late to school. Whereas if you get like a school bus, there's no excuse to be late to school, first of all. And it's like you can be on the school bus with your friends. I think that's like really cool. I like that idea. Okay, once again, you guys know I'm lazy. So in America, we have people that actually like bag your shopping. It's not in all stores, but like some stores have it, which I think is just great. Like they just do all the work for you, and then you literally just take your car and go. Also, and
just different
Tammy
stuff.
integrated into the system and lived her life like she should.
Okay, so the first culture shock that I received when I came to America was what they call Southern hospitality. Basically, this means no matter where you go outside of your house, someone's going to speak to you. Someone's going to talk to you. Someone's going to ask you how you're doing. Someone is going to open their mouth and talk to you.
It depends.
Now, obviously, that's nice and stuff, but as a Londoner, you know, we don't really do small talk. Like, literally, you could do a 1 hour TFL journey without no one bothering you.
Right.
But not here. Nope, not possible. Which reminds me, they also have these things called, I think they're called greeters. And basically, like, in, like, like, Target or Walmart, shops like that, they'll have someone literally, like, there to greet you. They'll just be standing there. And their job is to greet you. Like, say hi, how are you, da, da, da. So,
that's crazy.
That was a little bit hard to adapt to, like, constantly having to talk to people. But it's whatever. Speaking of TFL, public transport is not too great here, which is understandable. Like, it's a really big country. It'd be really hard to, like, implement some sort of infrastructure where you can get to everywhere. It'd be expensive. Right. And I know, like, New York got something, but even then I heard New York's isn't even that good. But yeah, most places in America, they don't have great public transport. I mean, they do have it, but it's like, no one really uses it. Or you might as well just not use it. Like, you might as well just stay at home. Speaking of cars, this next thing I'm going to talk about, I'm going to call it small people, big cars. Now, what I mean by that is literally, when I first came, I was 19, yeah? And I worked. And some of the people I worked with that were my age were driving, like, humongous cars. I mean, like, family cars. Like, I had a girl that was driving a GLE.
I'm not trying to hear this.
Scary. No, down in the comments.
She studied hard and never looked back.
To tell you to get out the door and exercise.
Inspire those who were trying to become a nurse too.
You're not dumb or slow or stupid. You just don't know how to study. The content in nursing school is not really.
Like, what's this?
Usually gets back to her reading ways every chance she gets. When she got there, she rented a 2-bedroom apartment but decided to rent out a room so she could save some money, which ended up in another.
Like, what's
In these streets.
And I'm from the UK.
And I'm from America.
Okay? And that's a purr.
She usually gets back to her reading ways every chance she gets. When she got there, she rented a 2-bedroom apartment but decided to rent out a room so she could save some money, which ended up in another great mistake. Tammy eventually got an offer from 40-year-old Chester Lamar Grant. They lived together in the apartment for around 5 weeks.
Didn't I just say he was 40 years old, Chad? Didn't I just say he was 40 years old and he was a dude? This 40-year-old, bro. That's why I don't do that Airbnb share stuff, bro. You just never know.
Before he showed her his true colors. Tammy was ready to graduate in a couple of days, and she was so happy. She had been posting about her progress on social media. She got everything ready for her graduation.
I feel stupid. What? Everyone feels stupid. Who cares? You feel stupid? Yeah, I did. And then I just chose not to feel stupid. 90% of life is confidence. The thing about confidence is no one knows if it's real or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host for today's snap. They call me Badu Snap. Are you on line snap? Are you on la snap? Balloon snap. What's that snap? What's that?
And I was unable to get it.
Stated how happy she was to be graduating in less than 2 weeks. She posted her planned vacation after the graduation and her other plans, but things did not go the way she planned it. Tammy's family did not hear from her for a couple of days, so they contacted the police for a welfare check. On April 26th, just 2 weeks to her graduation date, police conducted a welfare check at Tammy's Houston apartment. They entered the unit after seeing blood on the rear patio, and, once inside, they found Tammy with multiple stab wounds and Chester with at least 1 stab wound too. Tammy was pronounced dead at the scene. Police were able to confirm that the stabbing happened a day before she was found. They said the roommates got in an argument over the cats that they kept in the apartment, eventually leading Chester to stab Tammy. Chester wanted to take the cheap way out, so after he stabbed Tammy, he tried to permanently hurt himself too, but he did not succeed.
Again tonight with new details in the tragic death of a Houston nursing student. Police say the 23-year-old British woman was killed by her roommate last weekend.
You're 40 years old and she was about 90 pounds, bro.
It happened inside an apartment on Gopher Street. That's near Cullen and Yellowstone Boulevard on Houston's south side. Our Orko Manna joins us from the Harris County Jail tonight with the latest from investigators. Orko?
It's been 1 week since this deadly stabbing, and while Houston police are still investigating, homicide detectives tell me that this all stemmed from an argument between the suspect and the victim about their cats. I'm also told the British nursing student would have graduated this weekend. It's a quiet Saturday at this apartment on Goforth Street on Houston's south side, but just a week earlier on the afternoon of April 26th, Houston police say it was a bloody scene. HPD finding a 23-year-old woman in one of the units lying on the kitchen floor with multiple wounds. Homicide detectives identifying her as Elizabeth Odunsi. Police say she was from England but was in nursing school here in Houston, set to graduate this weekend. Detectives telling me Odunsi's roommate, 40-year-old Chester Grant, her to death after the two got into an argument a few days earlier about the cats that they both kept in the unit. The conflict reportedly snowballed and led to the violent encounter. I'm told the two were relatively new roommates for about 2 months. Detectives say Grant tried to take his own life, himself around 6 times, including in the side of the neck. After a few days in the hospital, Grant appeared in probable cause court Saturday morning, now charged with murder. Grant is being held here at the jail on a $500,000 bond. He's expected to be back in court on Monday.
On May 3rd, he was booked into jail and charged with. As reported earlier, she was from the United Kingdom. She documented her experience as a British student studying in the United States, which made her very popular on social media. In the weeks leading up to her death, Tammy was counting down the days to her college graduation on TikTok. In her final video, posted 5 days before her death, she shared her excitement about the milestone, dancing alongside.
This was recent. For her to be doing that dance, this was this month, or last month. It had to be in this month or last month.
Side text that read, 23 years old, BSN grad in 2 weeks, vacations booked, summer is 14 days away, starting to look human again. It's very disheartening to see a bright light cut out just like that for something as silly as a cat. This could have easily been avoided, but a 40-year-old man decided to take the life of a 23-year-old because of a cat. That's totally unacceptable. They were roommates for barely 2 months and he decided to take her life. Her family has raised more than £40,000 to bring her back home to the United Kingdom to give her the peaceful and dignified farewell she deserves. Our sincere condolences to her family. We do hope the killer gets the maximum punishment possible. May Tammy's soul continue to rest in peace.
I know that's right. Amen. That is honestly very crazy, bro. To let my child go across seas and thinking that, man, you can probably do that in UK. You can probably live with somebody and have a roommate like that in UK, but to have a roommate as a 40-year-old grown man of a girl who's 20-something years old, that's already messed up. I ain't gonna lie. That's already like, as a parent, I would have told my daughter no. Like, unless this is family, no, that's not happening at all. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on this, man. This is pretty tough. This is very tough. Prayers to her family, her friends, man. She was really finna graduate in a couple weeks. And she been working hard, man. Like, that's just so crazy. I find that be one of the most craziest things, because that happened in high school, man. Like, we'd be a month out of graduating to somebody, you feel me? Like, it was this close to doing a big achievement. I know that had to be even hard on the parents to know I had to watch my kid go to school for 12 years to grow to be 18 and not even get to walk across this, like, to know she was gonna walk across a college stage to become a nurse and probably set her whole family up just to even move to America if she was planning on taking it like further. Sad, man. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on this down below, man. Like I said, 1 like equals 1,000 prayers for the family involved, man. I see you all tomorrow, dog. Be safe out here, man, for real.